Toyota has at least 5 engines with a claim to 1,000,000 miles, but not all 5 prove it the same way. One is running on a 50-year-old reputation and one owner's word. Another belongs to a Corolla wagon that has outdriven every truck on this list. We ranked all 5 by how strong the proof actually is, so you know exactly which one you can trust, from a legend with a reputation to a name, a date, and an odometer nobody can argue with. We start off with the engine everybody has heard of, a pickup that precedes its reputation. Number 5, 22RE, 2.4-liter inline-4, Toyota pickup, 1985 to 1995. The pickup legend. One owner says his 1991 Toyota pickup crossed 1,000,000 miles on the original 22RE. No rebuild, just the block Toyota bolted in at the factory, and 50 years of a nickname the internet gave this engine before there was ever one specific truck to point to. Mechanics have been calling the 22RE the million-mile engine since before the internet existed, and the reputation is not hype. Start with the block. It is thick-walled, deep-skirted, cast iron, built more like a boat anchor than a fuel-efficient 4-cylinder. The crankshaft is forged steel, riding on 5 main bearings, built for a truck that was going to get worked, not babied. That combination is why 300,000 to 500,000 miles on a 22RE barely gets a comment on Toyota forums. It is the floor, not the ceiling. So when one specific owner's truck kept going past that floor and into 7 figures, nobody who actually knows this engine was shocked. These trucks sold by the millions worldwide across a full decade of production, which is why a reputation this specific was able to form in the first place. It is not one lucky example holding up an entire myth. Here is what you are actually buying if you go looking for one. This is an interference engine. That is not a footnote. If the timing chain fails, or if the plastic guides Toyota switch to around 1983 wear out and let the chain slap loose, the pistons and the valves are sharing the same space at the wrong time. Bent valves, not just a stall. Those guides typically fail in the 100,000 to 150,000 mile window, which sounds alarming until you realize that is a cheap scheduled fix on an engine with most of 1,000,000 miles of runway still ahead of it, not a late life surprise. Watch for head gasket weeping too. Iron block, aluminum head, and that thermal mismatch will eventually tell on a truck whose cooling system got neglected. One more thing worth clearing up. The carbureted 22R and the fuel-injected 22RE share the same bones, and people online treat them like the same engine. They are not. The 22RE's fuel injection keeps the cylinder walls from washing out on cold starts the way the carbureted versions can, which is exactly the kind of small advantage that adds up over 1,000,000 miles. That is one owner's word on a 50-year-old reputation. Up next is an engine with a name, a date, and a receipt instead. Upcoming is the engine one owner paid $1,500 to prove a point. 0308, number 4, 1UZ-FE, 4.0-liter V8, Lexus LS 400, 1989-2000, UCF10/UCF20. The $1,500 bet. Matt Farah bought a 1996 Lexus LS 400 in December of 2014 for $1,500. It already had 897,000 miles on it. He did not buy it despite that number. He bought it because of it, specifically to see if he could push it past 1,000,000. 4 years, 2 months, and 20 days later, on February 17, 2019, he got there. The 1UZ-FE under the hood was never opened, not once. Luck doesn't explain that. Toyota built this V8 oversquare, short stroke, 87.5 millimeters of bore against 82.5 millimeters of stroke, which keeps piston speed down and internal stress low, even when the engine is spinning hard. The crankshaft is forged with 8 counterweights, 2 more than most production V8s bother with, riding on 6 cross-bolted main bearings. Toyota's engineers pulled some of that bottom end thinking from the company's kart and IndyCar program, then detuned it for a luxury sedan that most owners were never going to redline. None of that was an accident. Toyota spent more than $1 billion developing the first Lexus, with around 1,400 engineers working on it for 6 years, because a brand new luxury nameplate only gets one shot at proving itself against the Germans. Ward's named it one of the 10 best engines in the world 3 years running, 1998, 1999, and 2000, and this generation earned it. Owners who track this engine long-term routinely report 400,000 to 500,000 miles without a rebuild, and among people who actually work on these professionally, the 1UZ-FE gets talked about like Hall of Fame material, not just another reliable V8. Farah did not baby the car either. Over those 4 years, more than 100 different people got behind the wheel, because he loaned it out constantly. Not one of them got stranded for anything more serious than a dead battery. Now, the honest part. There is real disagreement, even among people who should know, about whether Farah's specific model year is an interference design. Compression crept up across the LS400's run, and some sources tie that change to an interference risk starting in 1995. Other sources, including Gates's own reference data, say the 95 through 97 cars are not interference at all. Nobody fully agrees, so do not trust anyone who tells you with total confidence which way it brakes on a car exactly like this one. What everyone does agree on is the maintenance. Timing belt and water pump every 90,000 miles or 6 years. No exceptions, no matter which side of that argument you land on. Skip it and you are gambling either way. Farah's roughly $17,000 in expenses over that 4-year stretch did not go anywhere near the engine. 3 transmission rebuilds, suspension work, power steering pumps, seals. The bottom end just kept turning. Farah proved 1 engine, 1 owner, 1 perfect record. What comes next needed something no single driver could provide alone. Up next, Toyota's own engineers, tearing the thing apart themselves. 0623. Number 3. 2UZ-DEF-E, 4.7-liter V8. Toyota Tundra, 2007. Torn down, proven right. Vic Shepherd bought a 2007 Toyota Tundra and used it the way most people are afraid to use a truck. Hard and constantly. He was not commuting with it. He was hauling heavy equipment for a living, putting well over 100,000 miles a year on the truck, year after year, the exact kind of use that finds an engine's weak point fast if it has one. In May of 2016, about 9 years in, the odometer hit 1 million miles. Original engine, original transmission, original paint. Toyota did not just send a congratulations email. They swapped him into a brand new 2016 Tundra, then shipped the old one to their own engineers in San Antonio and tore the 4.7-liter 2UZ-FE apart on a bench. They scored it against their own new engine assembly tolerances. 99 out of 100, a million miles in, and Toyota's own quality benchmark could barely tell the difference between that engine and one that just came off the line. That is not a participation trophy. That is Toyota grading a decade-old engine against new build tolerances, and it barely lost a point. The block is cast iron, chosen specifically over aluminum because Toyota wanted bore stability under heavy towing loads, not the lightest possible truck engine. That is a deliberate trade, weight for durability, and it is exactly the trade a company makes when it expects an engine to outlive several transmissions and at least one paint job. This same 4.7-liter block also powers the Land Cruiser 100, the Lexus LX 470, and the Sequoia. And across every one of those platforms, the people who actually turn wrenches on them describe it the same way. A workhorse, not a showpiece. Mechanics who see this engine well past its warranty will tell you 350,000 to 500,000 miles is unremarkable, not exceptional, which makes Shepherd's truck the outlier that proves how conservative that number really is. One thing separates this engine from the last one on this list. The 1UZ-FE's interference status is genuinely disputed, the 2UZ-FE's is not. This is an interference engine, full stop, and Toyota's own teardown does not change that fact. It just proves that regular maintenance makes the risk irrelevant. Miss the 90,000-mile timing belt service on this one, and you are not gambling on an argument between forum threads. You are gambling on bent valves. Budget $600 to $900 for the belt service, and treat that number as non-negotiable, not optional. Toyota's own engineers, after tearing this specific engine down to the last bolt, did not find a single systemic weak point. Not a leak they expected, not a wear pattern they were surprised by. It simply did exactly what it was built to do, for exactly as long as Shepherd needed it to. Toyota already confirmed this engine could do it once. 8 years later, the same owner proved it again, in a completely different V8.09's 21. Number 2, 3UR-FE 5.7-liter V8. Toyota Tundra, 2014. Twice isn't a coincidence. Vic Shepherd did not stop driving trucks for a living after Toyota tore his first one apart. He bought a 2014 Tundra, this time with the 5.7-liter 3UR-FE, and kept doing exactly what got him into Toyota's shop the first time. On April 9, 2025, at 5:34 in the afternoon Eastern Time, his odometer rolled past 1 million miles again. Same owner, a different engine entirely. Forget the 2UZ-FE's cast iron block for a second. The 3UR-FE runs an aluminum block with cast-in iron cylinder liners and stainless steel exhaust manifolds instead of the cast iron units older Toyota V8s used. On paper, that is the recipe for a shorter life, not a longer one. Aluminum blocks have a reputation for wearing faster under sustained heat and load than iron ones. Toyota's fix was pressing those cast iron liners into the aluminum casting, so the surfaces actually taking the friction and the heat are iron, while the rest of the engine gets to be lighter. That is a specific, deliberate answer to the exact weakness people assume aluminum V8s have, not a shortcut. Toyota clearly did not just hope that fix would work, because before this engine ever reached a dealership, their own engineers put it through more than 800,000 miles of internal durability testing. They were not hoping this engine could hit 1 million miles. They were expecting it to. Shepherd runs a hot-shot hauling route, mostly Louisiana to North Dakota, and covers around 120,000 to 125,000 miles a year doing it. Hot-shot hauling is not a gentle way to put miles on a truck. It means heavy, time-sensitive loads and long interstate stretches, with minimal downtime between runs, closer to a stress test than a daily commute. Which means this number is not final. It is still climbing as you watch this. The one real maintenance event on this truck was the transmission, not the engine, somewhere between 780,000 and 860,000 miles depending on which report you trust. The engine block has never been opened. No timing belt to worry about here either. The 3UR-FE runs a timing chain, so there is no 90,000-mile countdown hanging over this one the way there is on the 2UZ-FE, or the still disputed 1UZ-FE. This same 5.7-liter V8 also shows up in the Sequoia, the Land Cruiser 200, and the Lexus LX 570, which means the engineering betting on this design was never limited to one truck line. If you have ever heard someone claim aluminum V8s cannot match an old iron block for the long haul, this truck is the rebuttal. Same owner, same driving pattern, same result, on an engine built out of a different material altogether. Between the two trucks, Shepherd has now put more than 2 million miles on Toyota V8s, by himself, without a single engine rebuild in either one. 2 trucks, 2 engines, 1 owner, 0 excuses. Everything on this list so far has leaned on a receipt, a teardown, or a repeat performance to make its case. What is left does not lean on any of it. 1232, recap. 4 engines in, and every one of them proves the million-mile claim a different way. Number 5, the 22RE, 2.4 liters, in the Toyota pickup and the 4Runner. The pickup legend, one owner's word, backed by 50 years of community reputation. Number 4, the 1UZ-FE, 4 liters of V8, in the Lexus LS 400. The $1,500 bet. One named owner, one perfect record. A factory seal that never got broken. Number 3, the 2UZ-FE, 4.7 liters of V8, in the Toyota Tundra. Torn down, proven right. Toyota's own engineers confirmed it themselves, on a bench with a wrench. Number 2, the 3UR-FE, 5.7 liters of V8, also in a Tundra. Twice isn't a coincidence. Same owner, a different engine, the same result, 8 years apart. That is 4 different kinds of proof. The 5th kind does not borrow any of it. It just needed one very boring, very well-maintained Toyota Corolla. Number 1. 7AFE, 1.8-liter inline-4, Toyota Corolla, 1993, AE100, AE101, JDM Import XL 4WD wagon. The wagon that one Toyota built millions of Corollas in this era, and most of them lived exactly the life you would expect from an economy car. Driven hard for a few years, sold, and eventually scrapped without anyone keeping count of the miles. Graham Hebley has delivered newspapers since 1968. In 2000, he bought a 1993 Toyota Corolla wagon with 49,710 miles already on the clock. Somebody else's ordinary commuter car became the highest mileage proof point on this entire list. In March of 2022, the same Corolla reached 1,042,742 miles. On the original engine, on the original manual transmission, no rebuild, no swap, ever. The story has since been picked up by outlets from New Zealand to the United States, mostly because nobody could quite believe a base model wagon was the one setting the bar. This is not the engine you are picturing. Most Corollas from this era, the AE100 and AE101 generation, ran the 1.6-liter 4A FE. Hebley's is a Japanese import, an XL trim, 4-wheel drive wagon, which is why it carries the less common 1.8-liter 7A FE instead. Worth knowing, because anyone searching for this story expecting a garden variety Corolla engine will not find one. There is no dramatic engineering story here. No kart-derived bottom end, no over-square bore and stroke numbers to marvel at. No factory durability program logging 800,000 test miles before anyone signed off on it. It is a simple, single overhead cam, 4-cylinder, tuned conservatively because Toyota built it to move a family to work and back, not to impress anyone. There is nothing here that would make an engineer's pulse move. And that might be the whole point. The durability story is not the engine. It is Hebley. He has driven the same route, Wellington to New Plymouth and back, for longer than most people hold a career, let alone a car. 6 days a week, and he has the car serviced every 2 weeks at Guthrie's Auto Care in Wanganui. Not every few months. Every 2 weeks. The staff there know this car by sight now, the way you would recognize a regular at a diner. Over 20 timing belt replacements across the car's life, because he was never going to be the guy who found out the hard way what happens when you skip one. More than 2 decades of the same maintenance discipline on the same car, without a single gap long enough to let something small turn into something expensive. That is the whole secret, and it is not really a secret. Keep the belt on schedule, every 60,000 to 90,000 miles, and do not let small stuff turn into big stuff. The only things this car has ever reported at high mileage are a little valve cover gasket seepage and the occasional tick. Nothing systemic, nothing that ever needed a wrench bigger than routine. No V8 on this list, no manufacturer teardown, no engineer in a lab coat signing off on it. Just an owner who never once decided the boring stuff could wait. A Japanese imported Corolla wagon has covered more distance on its original engine than 2.5 round trips to the moon, and its owner still services it like it owes him money. Outro 5 engines. 5 completely different levels of proof. The 22RE, resting on reputation and one owner's word. The 1UZ FE, proving it through one immaculate Lexus and a receipt nobody can argue with. The 2UZ FE, proving it through Toyota's own teardown, on their own bench. The 3UR FE, proving it twice, through the same owner, on a completely different engine. And the 7A FE, proving it without needing to borrow proof from anyone else at all. If you are shopping for one of these 5, here is the whole checklist in one breath. Watch the timing chain guides on the 22RE. Do not skip the timing belt on the 1UZ FE or the 2UZ FE, and treat the 2UZ FE's belt as the more urgent one, since its interference status is not up for debate the way the 1UZ FE's still is. Keep an eye on the transmission, not the engine, on the 3UR FE, and on the 7A FE, just do what its one owner has done for 25 years. Show up every 2 weeks. Toyota's reputation online is reliable, full stop, vague, assumed, and rarely proven. These 5 prove it 5 different ways. From a 50-year-old story that has never been photographed, to an owner who did it twice on purpose, because the first time did not feel like enough. None of these 5 needed a miracle. An interference engine, a disputed engine, an engine Toyota tested for 800,000 miles before it ever shipped, and one they never bothered testing that hard, because nobody expected a Corolla wagon to end up on this list. Different engineering, different price tags, different decades, and a spread of owners who never met each other. Notice the pattern running underneath all 5 of them anyway. Not one needed a rebuild to get here. Every single one needed an owner who refused to skip the boring stuff, on schedule, for years, without exception. That is the real million-mile engine. It is not a part number, it is a habit, repeated often enough that it stops looking like effort and starts looking like luck. Which one surprised you most? Drop it in the comments, and subscribe for the next verified countdown. This is Tom from Seats and Wheels. Thanks for watching.